This is, all right, that's awesome. I'm just getting the whiter part of the show started, so it's, I got a little bit of a tan and then Cap's like white, so we're just in shades. It's like a Sherwin-Williams display right now. So, how you guys doing? This is an awesome place, man. I didn't see these people. That's scary. All right, like Lincoln could have been shot here. For sure. It's like the Muppets. Remember the two old guys? Don't fucking shoot me from up there. All right, that's good. That's good. Felix was excited. He was like, "It's a Brown Theater." I was like, Don't worry, he can't hear us. He's out in the parking lot stealing shit out of your car right now. What's that? Didn't work. No. Too much. That's too much. I worked with a comedian last week that is mute. I don't know if you've ever seen this guy or not. His name's Aaron Belial. He was on America's Got Talent stuff. He and I have become friends, and I work with him quite a bit. So I have to drive him around a lot. And I was driving him and his opener, who is a guitar comedian, to Kansas City. And Aaron was in the front seat, the guitar comedian was in the back, and they were kind of arguing back and forth a little bit. They were both tired, having, problems with the road and stuff. And the guitar comedian says, "Dude, you're just a prop comic." Because the mute guy sets the microphone down and uses his phone to talk through it to do comedy, right? I don't know if you've ever seen a mute person argue before. Holy fuck, it's real awkward for a few minutes. He's just like looking in the back seat, he's like, got his phone, he's like, and he just kept typing and kept typing, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I'm just driving. And then all of a sudden he hit send, and Siri screwed it all up, and it didn't even come out. I was like, oh, this is even more awkward. And then like 5 minutes later he hit send again, and it was a South African woman. It's like, all right, you're all right. I travel a lot for comedy. I was in Alabama 2 months ago, and there's a little town in Alabama that I went to, and I try and Google like a little fun thing about every city I go to. I didn't have a chance to do it here. Last time I was in Great Bend, I Googled that it's called Great Bend because the Arkansas River was like headed right toward Great Bend. It was like, fuck that, and then took a right, I was like, I get it, that's fine. But Alabama was no disappointment at all. I went down there, and you could Google this story. It's a true story. There was a dude there who captured a wild squirrel and then fed it meth and taught it to attack people. That's a real thing. That shit really happened. And so after a while, the cops come along, and they're like, you can't do this shit, dude, And so they take him to jail, and then they just let the squirrel go. Like, back out into nature. There's some tweaker-ass squirrel just running around Alabama right now. And I'm like, I think I could find that squirrel. That's the only squirrel in the tree with no teeth. All the other squirrels are gathering acorns for the wintertime. This little bastard's out gathering copper wire and catalytic converters. He's trying to bite his own shoulder like, It's fast, really fast, for sure. A lot of concentration. I don't know, man. Look, we had cocaine there. I just don't meth squirrel. We need that. Shit, I didn't hit my stopwatch. That sucks. They're paying me in Kohl's cash, so I don't miss anything. Polo Club is expensive shit. Wife would be pissed. We had married people in here. You got couples married. Okay. There's like 2 people that are excited about it. That's awesome. I like that. I'm married as well. I have a phenomenal wife. She was a college athlete. I don't know exactly how that works because she went to the University of Phoenix online. She would have gone to the Olympics, but her Wi-Fi went out type deal. I don't know how that works. We have two beautiful children at home. They're awesome kids. They're great. They're not my biological children, you know? So I guess you call them like rescues or whatever, right? We have some blended families in here. Look, when I first started dating my wife, I would go to her house and I would see their sad little faces, and then instantly that Sarah McLachlan song would start playing in my head. The wings of angels. Oh, fuck it, I'll take those two. That's fine. It's a whole lot more than 70 cents a day. They're good kids. They're really good kids, though. They're super thoughtful. This last Father's Day, they got me the greatest Father's Day gift ever. Father's Day is right around the corner. I hope they give me the same thing. They went to their real dads for a week. So let's keep that one going. My wife's kind of a psycho. She's like a 5'2" Italian woman. So she's like at the gym all the time. She works out. I not at all, but she is, and she works on like all these different muscle groups. You know, like she's like really into it. And a couple weeks ago, she came home and she's like, "Babe, look at my back." She had on her sports bra. She was like flexing her back. She's like, "What do you think?" There's just muscles popping out everywhere and shit. I was like, I think it looks like a dude's back. Like, no. I didn't think that would be an issue until a couple days later we were doing it doggy style and I just looked down at this dude's back. I was like, oh no, fuck, am I gay? This dude is tight though. That was good. Thank you. My wife's the bottom, so that helps a lot, you know? She's a dick. She's Italian, she's a dick. But, so, like, I was trying to do something nice. You know, in April, I went, she took a trip to Dallas, and I went out, I was like, I'm gonna plant a bunch of flowers. Like, I'm gonna, first of all, how the fuck is it $400 for flowers? That's ridiculous. I don't know who's, like, I need to start growing flowers, I guess. Anyway, but I went to the place, Johnson's Garden Center, whatever it was, buy $400 worth of flowers. I plant them all, it took me all day. She comes home the next day and I'm like, babe, look at this. Look at all these flowers I planted for you. And she's like, you idiot. I was like, what? And she's like, those are partial sunflowers and you've planted them in full sun. They're all gonna die. I was like, I didn't even know they sold ginger-ass flowers. And I spent $400 on them, so now I have to go out every morning and just spray sunscreen on them. Try. All right, that's all right. That's a one-person applause break. I'll take that. I realized how old I was getting the other day because I went with my wife to Costco and we bought new pillows, and I was like really excited about it, like for your bed, like bed pillows. I didn't even know like where pillows came from. You know, for like $20, you could just get new pillows for your bed. I had no idea. Like you can get rid of the ones with like the yellow stains and the HPV and shit all over them. You just like for $20, it's amazing. I was like, I cannot wait to go to sleep tonight. This is gonna be amazing. And I realized how ADD I am. Because I'm always trying to like figure out a way to calm my mind, you know? So I like count sheep at night and I'll get to like 3 and then I imagine the sheep in the back of the line like, come on, what the fuck is taking so long? Let's go! All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am glad that I'm a married person though. I don't like dating. You guys dating in here? We have anybody dating? Holy shit. All right. Most Amish audience. It's great. All right. We're all gonna raise a barn after we get done with this thing. That's good shit. Well, there are people outside this place that date. Not everybody has an arranged marriage. And it sucks. It really sucks. I have friends that are dating. They're on dating apps now. Hinge and Bumble and Tinder and all that stuff. And it just seems like a nightmare to me. I don't want to do that. The last person I dated actually was a black woman. She's not even related to Felix. There's like a lot of them. And it was cool. I love that chick. She was awesome. But she told me one time, she was like, baby, from the waist down, you're exactly like a black man. That's awesome. She's like, no, I mean, you still got a tiny white dick. But during the winter time, your knees and heels are ashy as fuck. Got my lotion game figured out just yet. I already asked if there's anybody dating, but this is what I always ask, because I'm like, prepare to feel worse about yourself. There was a two-headed woman that recently got married. It's a real thing. It's real. There's a chick, she has one body and two heads, and I think they're like on TV or something, Brittany and I don't know who they are, but this dude who's a veteran, like, God bless the USA, married it, them, I don't know, it's the original they, thems, I think, you know? And people were giving him shit about it. They're like, oh, you're a weirdo, you can, like, that guy's a genius, you know? Dude, how awesome is that? You're just hanging out with your two-headed wife at night, you're like, oh, what's that, your jaw's sore? All right, left, you're up. There's a problem solver. That's awesome. I did go on a gay date one time accidentally. It was accidental. I was living in Los Angeles. I know, I should have known. I didn't even know it was a gay date until I was talking to my wife that night. And this is what happened. I get a call from my buddy. We're gonna go do a show in Temecula the next day. He's like, dude, traffic's gonna be horrible. Make sure you get here early. I'm like, yeah, I'm on it. I got there. Like first time in LA history, we get to Temecula, no traffic whatsoever. And I was like, this is kind of wild. So I'm talking to my wife that night. She's like, hey, you got there way early. What did you do? I was like, oh, well, Daniel really likes antique stores. So we went to like 5 different antique stores. She's like, all right, that's weird. What'd you do after that? I was like, oh, I needed cologne. So we went to Bath and Body Works in the mall and got some cologne. She's like, all right, what'd you do then? And I was like, well, they had this like carnival thing set up in the bottom of the mall, and Daniel's never shot a gun before, and they had this airsoft thing, so I helped him shoot his target out, so we each got prizes, and I got Chinese finger cuffs, and he got a keychain. By the way, this is how stupid I am. Until like 2 years ago, I thought that if you got arrested in China, they just walked up to you and were like, I don't even know, that was a literal thought. My 46-year-old brain was like, all right, that's probably not real. That's not how that happens. But anyway, she was like, so what did you do after that? I was like, oh, we went to dinner and had some drinks. She's like, are you fucking this guy or what's the deal? And I'm like, Jesus, no. And I feel like the roadhead should have been a hint, you know. But it was a long drive. It was very comforting. My jaw was sore the next day, but it was. I'm kidding. I've never actually had a gay experience, which is weird because I was raised in Catholic school. So, yeah, it's priest wasn't a chubby chaser. That's a good thing. It's like the first time carbs worked, you know. So, I have a very weird algorithm on my Facebook. Believe it or not, I search some weird shit. On Valentine's Day, I was searching for like a bed and breakfast for my wife, and I was like, this is gonna be nice, it's romantic or whatever, and all of a sudden Facebook pops up with Viagra for women. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. I don't even know how that works. Like, how does a woman take Viagra? Like, you just take a Viagra and then 20 minutes later you're like putting your clit behind the belt buckle, like you're trying to, I don't know, like how is that? Exactly. It's 2025, that could be, all right. Could be a way to figure it out. I don't know, you take it in the kitchen, and then by the time you get to the bedroom, it's like, oh, fuck, it's just, I don't know how that would, It's wild. It's really wild. I have a 16-year-old daughter, and she was telling me about her friend who has two moms the other day. I was like, that's kind of weird. To me, it's just kind of weird. Whatever, I don't care. Love is love. You can marry who you want, fuck you. I don't care. But it's just weird to me. You know, I was raised in a very traditional home. I had a mother and a father who tried to save a marriage by getting pregnant. And then they argued about money for years until they got divorced the way God intended, you know? So that's weird. And I started thinking about it. When I was 7 years old, I had a horrible nightmare. I'll never forget this. I had a horrible nightmare. I jumped out of bed. I go running into my parents' bedroom. And I look over, and my mom is riding my dad. The nightmare just got worse. Like, it was bad. You know, boobs were flopping around everywhere. It was a bad thing. The next morning, breakfast was very, very awkward. You know? I was like, I'll just walk to school. It's fine. We're good. But I was thinking about that. And I'm like, what if I have a horrible nightmare at 7 years old? I fly out of bed. I go running into my mom in my mom's room. You know? As soon as you hit the door, it's like, why does it smell like Long John Silver's in here? And you just look over, they're smashing their vaginas together, whatever, I don't know how to do it. And I'm 7, so that's the weirdest first moment ever. Right? It's weird. You're running into your dad's just railing your dad, you're like, oh God. I didn't know that dad was the bottom one. It's, those are not Fox News dads. Those are, that's strong MSNBC dad energy there. They turn on some Rachel Maddow to get in the mood. That's good stuff. My wife recently beat rectal cancer. Yeah, hold your applause. It's a true story. She did. She recently beat rectal cancer, and the doctors told us that she had a tumor growing inside of her. All right, so here's the butthole part, and 4 inches inside was a tumor that had been growing for 7 to, I guess, sorry. So, like, you know, not a flat asshole or whatever. Anyway, but 4 inches inside for 7 to 10 years, she had a tumor growing, and like 6 months before they found it, it turned into cancer. My wife and I have been together for 14 years, and for all 14 of those years, she's like, no, dang. I feel like that could have been a life-saving thing. You could have found the tumor growing, right? It's free, yeah. Harry Fitz, I still would have missed it by 2 inches. Anal sex with Felix is life-saving. That's all I'm saying. What I've heard. I used to be a police officer. It's a great time to bring that. There's one lady over here, she's going, aw, to everything I say. I love you for that. It's amazing. But I did. I used to be a police officer. This is many, many years ago. I was a police officer in a little town north of Wichita, Kansas called Park City. Yeah, and I worked with a dog catcher there. His name was Dennis Rader. Yeah, you guys might know him as the BTK serial killer. Very true story. I hated that guy. Like, me and that guy never, ever got along. You guys have, like, somebody in your friend group that you're like, I don't know about that guy. There's something wrong with this person or whatever. I was always that way with Dennis Rader. And then when he got arrested, that was the ultimate, I fucking told you so! Hated that guy. He was such a dick. He was just a dick to everyone. He was just not a good person. He literally walked around with a ruler in his pocket, and he would measure people's grass. And he would get in arguments with people all of the time. And he would call for backup from the police. And I worked afternoons, so when I would show up, because I hated him so much, I would always side with the other people. Like, we had this house that we knew they were cooking meth in, and he went and messed with them and had to call the police for backup. And I was like, that was a pretty good argument. Here, you know what I mean? Like, it's, all right, bro, pick your teeth up, it's fine. But Anyway, it was like that forever. It got to the point that he figured out when I was working, and he would no longer call the police for help. Have you ever been enough of an asshole that a serial killer's like, nope? It's awesome. The only weapon that we would let the dog catchers carry, there was two of them, the only weapon that we would let the dog catchers carry is a little expandable baton. It's like this long, you wear it on your belt, you whip it out when you need it, and it's a little baton, it's metal, it's no big deal. I happen to be an expandable baton instructor. So I had to certify Dennis Rader. We didn't call him BTK at the time, I feel like that would have been horrible police work. But when it was time to get him certified, I'm the one that had to certify him, and it's a super easy process. You just hold a little foam pad, I do a palm strike on you, I have a foam baton, I smack you in the leg, that's it, there's really nothing to it. But when it was Dennis Rader's turn to come up, I palm striked him way harder than everybody else, like so hard that he literally fell backwards, fell into the wall, fell on the ground, his hat came off, his glasses came off, and afterwards one of the other officers goes, "Dude, did you see Dennis Rader? It looked like he wanted to fucking kill you." I was like, he's not gonna kill anybody, he's a bitch. I was wrong by 13 people. Alright guys, I'm Steve Peters. You can find me at Steve Peters Comedian. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.